Hello and welcome to a quick and easy display settings tutorial. This should help you set up your remote working environment. You probably have a laptop and a monitor, but even if your setup is different, this may be useful. This is for Windows 10. Things are mostly the same in older versions, but you may find some differences. Follow these instructions before connecting to a remote computer. You can't change these settings inside a remote connection. To find your display settings, right-click on your desktop background, like that, and select Display Settings. Assuming you have two screens, if this is a new setup for you, they are already duplicated, which is showing the same thing on each. So let's go ahead and extend your display. So scroll down to the multiple display section and choose extend these displays, assuming that yours is on duplicate. Alright. Now, after you've done that, a keep changes window may pop up. You just select keep changes if everything looks fine. I'm not going to make the changes on this computer because it will probably mess with the recording of this video. Okay. Now, observing how your screens are laid out in physical space in front of you, just have a look. You've got your laptop screen or your two monitors or whatever you've got. Have a look at the physical space. And test to see if moving your mouse between them feels natural. You may even find that your cursor feels stuck on one screen. Don't worry. You can move these two squares, these two, around to replicate your physical screen layout. You can click the identify button so that you know which number corresponds to which square. You'll see a black square appear down the bottom to help you with that. So feel free to move these around to replicate your physical monitor layout. So I would suggest you make a change, click apply, and then move the mouse around again to see if it feels good. Now, I would suggest maybe pausing this video and taking some time to get that sorted out. You can even off-center them. So if you've got one screen higher than the other, you can do this. Or you could even have one above the other if you've, say, got your laptop down low and your screen above, and that will allow you to move your mouse out the top of the screen onto the monitor above the laptop. Anyway, pause if you need to, fiddle with those settings, and then I'll start the next section. Okay, I'm just going to cancel that so I don't accidentally do anything. Okay, now we need to set your main display. Choose whichever one of these you feel most comfortable looking at for the majority of the time, depending on how you've set yourself up, and scroll down and find the Make This My Main Display button. If that's not already checked, check it now, and that will make that screen your main display. Okay, great. Now, lastly, the last display setting that needs to be adjusted is the scale and layout. Look, this one is largely up to personal preference. However, if you set it to something other than 100, there is a chance that you may come across windows within programs that hide buttons in places that are now inaccessible. Because the window is scaled to be larger than the application expects, and so the button is then hidden, say, underneath the bottom of the screen, and you can't drag that window any higher up within the application, making the, say, the OK or whatever button inaccessible. I'm looking at UTech1. I've seen this happen in Tech1 quite a bit. So if you come across this because you prefer to have a higher percentage there, and you do need to press that button, it's okay. You can exit the remote remote session that you're in, moving your mouse to the top of the screen, all the way to the top, up here, and a little blue bar will appear. Cross out of that. Don't worry, you're not going to lose anything. Come back into your display settings on your computer or laptop, change the percentage to 100, and then reconnect to the remote computer. And you should find that the buttons or whatever other issue you were facing in relation to scaling is probably resolved. So that's it for my display settings tutorial. I hope you have enjoyed it. Have a great day.